I've got the list here,
Yeah.
but I don't have it numbered.
Not numbered, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 109, right?
109 was the total.
109 was the total, and there's
We're
1,
nine
2, 3,
nonprofits.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 nonprofits.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're live,
So-
sir.
It's 98,
We're live.
okay.
All right. I couldn't remember the exact number, but we figured it out.
Sure. We put aside all our heads together.
Yeah.
Good evening. I'd like to call to order a special meeting of the Summers Board of Selectmen, May 19th, 2022. Start off with a Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. So with me tonight, we have Selectman Meyer on my right, Selectman Schmidt on my left, CFO Mike Marinaccio, and Assistant Director of Finance, Brian Wissinger. In the back of the room, we have Tax Collector Lisa Madden, who's going to be helping us with the checks. So I'd like to just say this is because of our ability to draw on American Rescue Plan Act funds. The town has had a unique opportunity, and the Board of Selectmen initiated a program back in December to recognize the important contributions of small businesses and nonprofits to the town of Summers, and partially address the financial ill effects of COVID-19 epidemic. We basically enlisted the assistance of a private contractor, George Krivda, who had helped with other towns as well, very knowledgeable in the field of a program like this. We put together a small business nonprofit grant program review committee made up of 5 members, chaired by Mike Marinaccio, CFO, Brian Wissinger. Other members included Brian Wissinger, the Assistant Finance Director, Allison Maynard, the Director of Social Services, Lisa Madden, who was the project manager, and she also has the role of tax collector here in town, and George Krivda himself. So those are the 5 people that made all the decisions. And also I'd like to thank not only members of the Board of Selectmen for their support here, but also the Board of Finance for their support and approval of this small business and nonprofit grant program. Any other comments to be made by members of the board?
I was happy to see so many people come out tonight, and it's nice. A lot of times the meeting is empty, you know, but I'm glad to have such a great turnout, and thank you.
Do you want to say anything?
No, I don't. I'm just glad everyone's here, and I'm glad that the program worked. Hope it works out effectively for everyone. Great.
So the first item on the agenda here is the approval of scheduled payments, which of course includes the checks that have been written for the grants program. So I need a motion for the approval of scheduled payments.
I'd be happy to make a motion to schedule the payments for the small business and nonprofit grant
No,
program.
it's the entire, the whole thing.
Do you want the amount for the sum of $454,000?
No, it's this one right here.
Oh, this one? Okay.
666.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
684.
All right, good. Sorry, I didn't get that speed. So what's the amount here?
Should be on the front page.
Wait a minute.
684, 781.
Okay, gotcha, good, all right.
There you go.
All right,
Thank you.
yeah, for the total of $684,781.72.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? I've reviewed this list and had several questions answered. Besides the grants and payments, it does include some significant items, including assistance for the school boiler replacement at $42,916. That was just for the rental, I believe, correct?
That was for the start of the replacement. Now they've already paid for the rental.
Partial fee.
Yeah, that's just the partial fee of the replacement.
special ed transportation is another big one in here for, $17,844. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Great, so the grants have been approved, and you can pick up your check on the way out. Lisa's gonna present it to you. And the floor is open for public comments. I'd like you, if you're gonna make public comments, just limit it to 30 seconds, because we're trying to have this meeting over by 6 o'clock. Go ahead, Steve. Just give your name and your organization and your address as well, be helpful.
I don't want my address.
Yeah, I know, listen.
Dr. Steve Squatchy, I am the optometrist at Summers Vision Clinic on 48 South Road.
That's good.
And also current president of the Summers Rotary Club, so I'm representing not only my business, but moreover, I want to give thanks to your board and committee for doing this, because our Rotary Club basically lost all of our funding 2 years ago, and two of you are well aware of this, being in Rotary, and this is a huge help to our organization. One of the key things we're allowed to do with this money is to fund some new scholarships for students attending trade school programs at Nantucket. So again, we thank you.
Very good, thank you. Anyone else like to make some comments? Go ahead.
I'm Jack O'Brien. I live on Michelle Drive in Somers, Connecticut. And I'm representing the Knights of Columbus as a member of the Building Association's Board of Officers. And I just want to say this is like old Somers, and I've been around here because I'm old now, and some of us are getting older, but it's a wonderful thing that you people have done. I like the way you have selected some of our organizations to be recipients of this largesse, and I, for one, and representing the people that are with me tonight, want to say thank you and hope we can use it to continue to be effective community organization in this beautiful town. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks for your service.
And thank you for being a former member of the Board of Selectmen, too. That's right. Anyone else? Yes, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Bill Hocking. I'm the commander of American Legion Post 101 in town. And like most small nonprofits, we were adversely affected by the pandemic in terms of fundraising ability. It went to zero for a while. And the thing about the nonprofits in town is is the way they spend their money. They put the money back in the community. And that's we have what we call 4 pillars, and it guides us in how we spend our money. When you see that one of the pillars is youth and children, then you will recognize that when we put out scholarships and we fund Boys State and Girls State, that's part of that pillar. And we're not just limited to that. We also put money back in for the town's Christmas programs.
Right.
And we also, since we're part of a national organization, we also donate money to the National Emergency Fund of the American Legion, which steps forward when things like the tornado outbreak earlier this spring happened, and there's a lot of posts and veterans in the areas that were affected that needed help, and that's where the emergency fund comes in.
Right.
But then you have to replenish it. And the only place they get money to replenish it is from the local posts.
Thank you for your service to the community.
Thank you.
Carol?
I want to thank you for allowing the Summers Historical Society to be part of this, and we'll do our best to preserve the history of Summers with what we have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll keep it short and sweet, but Brian Cara, 19 Bradfield Drive. I've got a couple businesses registered in the town, and I just wanted to say thank you because I understand this money could have gone, you know, as you directed it, and to give it back to nonprofits in town, to give the businesses that were genuinely impacted. I think that's kind of the spirit of the town here at Summers. It's a small town, that's kind of, you know, what we'd like to see, so,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you.
Frechette.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Beth Frechette. I'm the current chair of the Economic Development Commission here in Summers, and I just want to add my thanks to the town selectmen and the town employees who made this program happen. I can't be happier that you've used these wonderful funds from FERPA for the ARPA funds for this particular area. I want everyone to know not all towns have done this. So it is very unique right now that Summers has done it. I'm really happy, and congratulations to the nonprofit and the businesses in town. So we'll continue to work together on growing the economy.
Great.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi there.
John.
John Mayock, 46 Green Tree Lane, representing Summers Education Foundation. Once again, keep it short, but we read in the paper all the time about how towns have just, you know, not really thought through how to use these excess funds, and I'm just really appreciative of the thoughtful way that the town of Summers has gone about identifying how to appropriately get the excess funds back to the many businesses and not-for-profits in town that call Summers their home. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you, John.
Hello, Wendy McGall, Dream Dogs, Summers, Connecticut. I just wanted to say thanks on behalf of all the fur kids I take care of. I see a lot of the pet parents here, and it's a great thing that you could do this. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Wendy. Anyone else? Great, you can get your checks on the way out the door.
We got 2 meetings after this, so, yeah, oh yeah.
It's gonna take you a while to get your checks.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you all. We do
appreciate it.
All in favor of adjournment,
You're welcome.
say aye.
Tim, it's a pleasure to see you all. Great to see you. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Board adjournment.
Again, thank you very much. Hopefully you guys, we got a chicken barbecue coming up.
Coming down.
You got it. Keep an eye on the